Hey there! Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Truth Hyphen Podcast, a podcast by hyphens for hyphens. We hope that the conversations today will inspire you and help you grow in your journey and pursuit of Jesus. Remember, you can catch the podcast audio on any platform that you listen to podcasts, as well as the video experience on our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Instagram at Truth Hyphen for clips and other content. Once again, we are glad that you would join us on this journey. Enjoy the episode. Hey guys, welcome back to our next episode of our Hyphen Podcast. Yay! Welcome back. This is episode number...
I don't know,
already. Yeah,
but it's a new day because he's wearing a new jacket.
Yeah, it's another day. It's not the same day that we just changed.
Yeah. It's a new season.
Wow.
Anyways.
All right. So today we have awesome discussion coming up. Here once again, your servant. your servant.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm your servant here, Brother Brian Ross. We're here with our pastor, Joseph Fortaleza. We have our special guest today. Yeah. Ate Renda, Sister Renda. Again, our two Brother Marks, Mark O'Neill and Brother Mark. May have a second, ano?
Yes, my second name is Jeffrey.
His name is Jeff.
Really?
Wow. I never knew.
G or Geoff or Jeff?
J.
Oh, J.
Okay, but if it was a G, it would be Joffrey.
Joffrey.
But it's Jeffrey, right?
Yes, Jeffrey. Actually, I have like the same story with O'Neill here. As growing up, I
Yeah.
was known as Jeffrey.
Oh,
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
and
In the Philippines, they always take the second name.
The
not
second name?
first.
Second name. So I'd be Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Jason.
So
Oh.
Do you have
some
a middle
people, I have a middle name, Lynn. So some people call me Lynn in
Lynn?
the Philippines.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, Lynn.
Lynn. So Jeffrey.
yes,
Mine's Carlo, and I look Mexican too, so
Really? Actually,
Yeah.
Josel Carlo.
Jose Carlo.
Jose.
What?
Just kidding, it's Josel.
So you will be
Kaya pala
Carlo.
pinaglihi ka sa pupusas.
I mean, who isn't though? Like Pupusas, right? Yeah, mine's Carlo, but
Carlo.
let's just stick with Josel. Actually, at work they call me Joe. At work?
Oh,
Fresh?
No, just kidding. No, because Josel's like kind of hard to remember sometimes.
Oh.
So just call me Joe.
Ah, Joe.
Don't call me that here though. None of you guys can call me that. That's weird.
Pastor Joe.
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 Yeah,
Joe.
Anyways, another episode. We're super glad to have at the Renda. We'll get into some of that later on, but just want to see how you guys are doing. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Not much difference since the last hour.
This is a new day, guys.
Hey, new jacket, new jacket.
Yeah.
Me and Mark got lazy, so we just started the same thing.
We're the same thing. Dude.
No, but it's how's everybody doing? Like, weather's been crazy.
Yeah, it's been cold. Like
You guys like that?
no,
I actually rather would have cold rather than snow. That's just me.
What?
Oh, okay. I think I get it.
I think
Wait,
like the
wait,
I had to
temperature.
process that for a second. I was like,
makes
wait, is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Is my English broken?
No,
No,
but
would you
like,
rather have like cold
Would you rather-
temperature
Let's go.
or super hot?
or super it being a lot of snow, like a
Okay.
foot of snow, or like -40?
Snow.
Minus 40.
Snow.
You would prefer -40 over snow.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want to shovel. And
But it's not bad when it's warm.
Yeah.
to shovel. No, I don't want to shovel.
like
Any
shoveling?
kind of physical thing,
Not
I
even
don't-
slow.
Oh my god.
And then
No.
physical
And then when
activity.
it's really cold, you can wear like your nice clothes, right? I like dressing up. I like fall because I like
Fall.
sweaters and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not the
Yeah.
question.
Well,
though.
everyone likes fall.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone likes fall, like realistically. But really, you choose
I
-40.
choose -40 over snow.
So you would rather walk outside your house and experience like knives hitting your face.
Unless you're wearing balaclava.
Do you wear those?
No.
Okay, then. So like, how about you at the Renda? What would you prefer?
I don't like both.
That's an honest answer. That's for real. No, but I would rather have snow. Like right now, it's snowing, but it's not like -4. It's still a bit cold, like -20. But imagine having like -40 with like the wind. That's deadly. Like it hurts.
That's when like you don't even want to go outside your
Yeah.
house
Yeah.
or even wake up sometimes.
Yeah.
You're just like
Well, like
Just
yeah.
in bed.
No, it's true. It just, I don't know.
It's hard to
I
get
don't
up sometimes
walk
when it's
outside,
super cold.
You guys are attacking me right now. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I just feel super tired.
I'm the cancel culture right now.
Okay, but like, I thought the question you were gonna ask is super cold or super hot. Which would you prefer
Actually, that's cool because I have a would you rather here.
for that? Like that exact
Yes.
one?
Would you rather work under a hot sun or an extreme cold?
That's a tricky one, hey?
Uh,
I just answered neither.
Okay, I don't like cold, but I would rather go extreme cold.
Yeah.
Because
Then
you can dress for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But extreme sun,
Extreme
you
hot,
can just take.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do before it gets. Well, even before that though, like you ain't gonna walk around naked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and of course, like as apostolics, you know,
gotta just-
I'm not trying to go to the beach in a two-piece.
yeah.
Right.
I think. No, there's only so much you can do. I 100% agree with that. Like
That's-
you can bundle up, but with the heat, there's only so much you can do. Anyways, but other than that, I guess it's not too bad right now. It was a lot colder like the past couple of weeks, but hopefully it's gonna heat up a little bit. Here in Winnipeg, usually it's like January, February that we experience like the worst of it.
Extreme cold.
Yeah, we're going into February.
So we still got a month of
We're
this.
still got a month.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me, bro.
The month went by actually really fast. I
It
can't believe
did.
it's already.
It did.
Oh my.
Don't tell them the date though, because
Yeah.
we're gonna post this later.
I believe it's.
We have to keep it generic.
Can't believe it's 2022 already.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like summer when we post this episode.
It's already March.
Wait, no, but yeah, it's cold right now, but we're glad for better weather soon, hopefully.
For sure.
Anyways, what else is up? It's Sunday. How was
Sunday.
service?
Oh, Sunday was awesome. Like that was, it was crazy. It was the anointing of the Lord. His presence was really there. And then I was, because I was usher again, so I was at the back.
Yeah.
And then I just felt the spirit like it was so you're so high and all that. I want to run around. Right when I opened my eyes, Brother Rendell started to run around. I'm like, oh, I went after. Like it was, I wasn't like following, but it was just
Yeah,
the spirit just like
it was powerful.
light switch. It's there, and then people like it felt like what came to my mind earlier was Pentecost. It was like if you want to call it second Pentecost. Like there's so many people worshiping in tongues. There's so like it was amazing, and of course with the spoken word this morning. Yeah, sorry, I'm confused.
It's so hard to navigate right now.
I don't know what date to say. Ano, bahala na kayo dyan. Subtitles. Ha?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it was the move of God was there, and the conviction, like from the word, is there, like standing up against like temptations, and we just see. I always speak to Giselle about how when we come from a service here, and then the Lord, I feel like calling sometimes to listen to other churches, UPC churches around Philippines. So I'm usually drawn to UPC Batangas. So there was one service that whatever we said here, the topic, they said it there also. Like you just see the move of the Spirit, and that's
Unity
how
in
it
the
was.
Spirit. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and that's how it was today also.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It was a great service. Honestly, like I kind of mentioned it too, like in the service, like because I was feeling that, like the discouragement a little bit, just from like I know Ate, you do a lot of our scheduling for music. That's probably hard to like
It is.
figure today out.
For this month is pretty hard. Like
Yeah.
everyone is in isolation, and then sometimes like they are not available. So a lot of things. So
Yeah.
it's already hard to schedule, but
Yeah.
this month is especially
It was
hard. It's harder.
uniquely difficult. We need more ministry workers.
Yes.
If you want to join, let us know. But yeah, I was feeling like, especially yesterday, because yesterday we had youth service too, right? And I had to play piano and preach also. So it's like doing that back to back. And I was just like, man, like this weekend's gonna be. Then we record 3 episodes on Sunday. It's just like it felt like a lot, and I was feeling like super overwhelmed. And then like this morning, I had a Mark got me an iced caramel macchiato. And that changed everything. Just kidding. No, but I kind of was able to put into perspective like the reason why we gather still, right? And like today, like especially when we had that altar call and it was just Kui Dennis on the guitar.
yeah.
That was such like a breakthrough, and it didn't have the whole band. Like we didn't even have Jonah on the drums like at the altar. Like it was just a powerful moment, and we've had those moments before, but it's just a great reminder like that God can move in whatever setting, right? And we just have to be willing to open ourselves in that way. So I don't know. It was a great service. I was blessed, and I'm looking forward to having everyone back.
Oh, yeah.
in service though, for sure. But anyways, today we have, as mentioned earlier, a very special guest, and today we have a topic, a themed episode. So we're gonna do a little introduction here. We're glad to have Renda Lauron. I call her Ate Renda because my ate. We're cousins, so I gotta show my respects. You know what I mean? But we're glad to have Ate Renda here with us. She is a CPA, which is, I just learned today, a charter professional accountant.
Wow.
She is a certified CPA. She is a worship leader. She is one of our worship leads here at our church. And she also manages all of our singers. She is also a mother of 2 beautiful young girls, my nieces, Sophia and Savvy. She is a wife to the super cool Dennis Lauron.
Super cool.
And, and lastly, she is an Instagram influencer. Shout out to Renda Inspirations in the tag. This episode is actually sponsored by Renda Inspirations.
Follow her.
20,000 followers. 20,000.
Follow her on Instagram, link in the description. But she posts a lot of great content, especially for those moms out there, families. She posts a lot of great stuff. But of course, we're really blessed to have Sister Renda with us. And as mentioned earlier, she is a CPA. And that's kind of where we're going to take a lot of our discussions this episode with finances. And that's kind of a tricky thing to talk about sometimes. Like not everyone likes to talk about money, right?
Tricky, but important.
Important, very important,
very important.
absolutely. But it's definitely an awkward conversation sometimes, especially if you're not like comfortable with it or used to it. But this is why we have this episode, so that we can kind of open it up. And Ate Renda is a expert in this area, and so she's giving us that look like she is an expert. And
Free consultation.
Yeah. Anyone that watches has to subscribe to our Patreon, $10 a month, so we can afford this. Afford this free consultation.
I will send invoice later.
Oh, awkward! I didn't know we have to. Anyways,
Go for lunch later.
yeah, we'll save our money instead. Yeah, we're gonna go into some discussion. So a few of us have some topics of discussion, and maybe O'Neill, you can take us away with the first one.
Yes. Oh, so Ate, for the first question, can you give us a bit of background on your financial space? Like, talk about like what you do as a CPA.
Your journey, I
Sure.
guess,
Yeah.
towards where you are now.
Okay, the way I understand that is you were wondering what I'm doing in the financial world.
Yes. And how you got there.
Yeah. So a short answer, I'm a financial accountant. So here in Canada, we're called this chartered professional accountant. In the US, they're called certified certified public accountant, and also in the Philippines. So I don't know. Canada just wants to be different.
She used a different word.
So you were like basically a CPA in the Philippines too?
In the Philippines, I just graduated a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, but I didn't get that designation. So I got it here.
Oh, okay.
So when I came here, so they just considered me as a university graduate. I have a master's in the Philippines, but they just considered that as part of my university. But that's still good because they allowed me to go directly to the program, to the CGA program before, the Certified General Accountant. That's how I call it.
Is that like
Yeah.
a bridging course kind of?
It's not. That's the program that's when you get this designation.
Oh,
So
okay.
when you are graduate in the university, you are not yet considered as a certified accountant here.
Oh, okay.
You have to
Okay.
get to another program, which is like 2 to 3 years again, and do that exam to get the designation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So finance is a very broad term. I don't want to use some accounting jargon here. So finance can be a part is wealth management, it's banking, investing, and accounting. And in accounting, there's taxation, auditing, risk management, and financial reporting. So I know most of us, like when you hear that someone is an accountant, you will think tax. Okay.
Yeah. Usually,
Yeah.
the general consensus. Yeah.
So yeah, but that's true because all accountants know how to do tax, but not all tax preparers are accountants.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Right.
so tax is just one area of accounting. So I've said there's auditing, risk management, taxation, and financial reporting. So I do financial reporting. So that's my field of expertise. So I do a lot of financial statements. I scrutinize, I review and look at some things in the financial statement. So that would help people do some financial like in the business that some accountants needs to know, like there's some accountants that they are in investments. So the financial statement that I'm reviewing, that's how they will see how they will invest their money. So decision making is part of what I'm doing. So yeah, there's a lot of things, and there's a huge debate if finance is accounting and if accounting is finance.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's definitely the same thing. Kind of the same thing,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just a broad universe.
So a lot of
Yeah.
departments then, like the other branches of finance, would depend on what you work on.
Yeah, so that depends on your work expertise. So
Yeah.
there's risk and insurance. So if that's your expertise, you are a CPA. But if that's what you want to be an expert on, you go there. And there's treasury. So if you're a treasury, then you are doing the savings and investing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for us, we are in the financial reporting.
I see.
Yes.
What made you want to go into that?
I love it. Like,
Yeah?
yeah, because it's like they said you are the historian of a company. You will know what happened.
Yeah.
And that would help other professional, not just accountant, to do some business decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because how would they know that the business is liquid or they have money if there's no financial statement?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you are the backbone of the business. So
Ooh. All right. Okay. She understands.
So,
Yeah, she running the business
yeah.
behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's very impossible for a business to not have a financial report.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's why
You have to know
it's a-
where all your money's
it's
going, right?
yeah. So it is kind of sometimes they said boring because you will just be seeing numbers a lot in some Excel sheets every day, but you will love it. Like especially on that analysis part, you will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like is part? I guess part of that job probably is like a lot of problem solving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be a problem solver when you are an accountant. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because there's sometimes that you will find some fraud, and then you will need to find this or fraud. Or not necessarily that it's fraud, but you just need to find it
Yeah.
because it's like it's missing. It's not balancing the books, so something like that.
You work with a pretty big corporation. I'm not going to say that.
Here in Manitoba, it's considered a
Yeah.
big one. Yeah, but
Yeah.
for the whole Canada, I think it's a mid-sized one.
Yeah. Okay. But with the company you work with now, how often do you find that? Do you have to work with a lot or?
Yeah, not going into details. Like maybe, yes, there's maybe I've already talked to our CMP twice because
Oh,
of some fraud. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's actually that's part of the job that I don't. That's not my
Yeah.
favorite because it's hard. Like
Yeah. for sure.
though, yeah, because though you are not considered as like the whistleblower or something, but you have to say what you saw. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not the evidence, but that's what you saw.
Just present it,
Just
yeah.
presenting it. Yeah, but it's still a hard job. That part.
Yeah. I feel like that being in that position is not for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it. Yeah, but I agree. Like I think in most careers you kind of have to really love it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, not even just accounting, like anything really.
definitely. If you're not enjoying what you're doing in life, then
Yeah.
you'll just go back.
Yeah. If you love it, you're good at it too. Like,
Yeah, right.
but-
You enjoy it.
Yeah. Anyways, let's take it outside of the company for a second, okay? Because I'm sure probably with having that background, you probably are able to use those expertise in other areas too, like of your life.
Yeah,
Would you say?
personal life. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah, you have to use that when we budgeting at home, and then even the smallest thing like should I buy this or should I rent it? So
Yeah.
something like that. So you can use that like even in the big investment like buying a house or just renting or yeah, I use a lot of those analysis in my personal life.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it makes sense. Like, would you say it's kind of affected your decision making process, like more than it would the average person? Like, because when I think about how I spend money, like sometimes, right? Like, I think I'm more prone to impromptu, like, well, what's the word for it? Like when you just buy stuff on the spot.
Impulsive.
Impulsive, that's what
buying?
Impulse
Yeah.
buying.
Impulse buying, yeah. Like, do you find yourself struggling with that at all?
No, I'm not an impulse buyer because you know my budget is like 3 months.
Yo,
I have this Excel sheet that I know already where my money should go in the next 3 months. So if
you built
the-
it yourself? You built it yourself, right?
Yeah, I build myself. So if it's not there and I can't afford it for that period of time, I won't use that money.
That's amazing.
Honestly, I would love
that.
to see your Excel sheet.
It's like a bank statement. It's and I update it weekly, so I know like what's going on
So you're really like on top of
financially.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Follow up question: Do you write down, like, let's say you purchase something outside of the budget?
That's where you will see if you have the savings for it because it can't be on that budget because it's already like I would say set on stone.
Yeah,
But if I really need something and or it's an emergency, then that comes that you need to have a savings for that. Like
Yeah.
if there's a wiggle room in your savings, so there's like a movable savings and savings that you cannot touch, like the SA or your RRSP.
Yeah.
But there should be one savings that's movable. So that's
you-
where I get my. Like the impulse, if I will be an impulse,
you're impulsive,
if I
yeah.
prefer to, I still think, oh, yeah, is it worth it to get something in my savings for this? So
Yeah.
something like that.
man. I really want
Speechless.
to. I really want to see that Excel sheet. It was like okay, me and Dana just started like doing like getting more serious with budgeting, and like it's tricky. Like, well, I shouldn't say it's tricky, but we're still trying to figure out like the system. Like, how long have you been using the system that you're in right now? It's been a
I
long time?
think ever since I had the job, like when
Wow.
it's
It's been tried and tested.
yeah, it works. So I've been using it. Dennis doesn't know when he's looking at it. It was like I don't understand that, so I don't care. Because I tried to teach him because okay, if I have no time, you update it. Like
Yeah.
this is the in and out. It's not even debit credit because
Yeah.
debit credit is more advanced. So it's just like in and out. Like this is what you spend, this is what you make.
Yeah.
And then this is the running total. Like but still he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
It's hard but it's easy for sure. But yeah, budgeting is very important because it's like a visual. It's very nice to see where your money is going, like up to the last cent.
Yeah.
Like you will not be wondering, oh, where did the tax refund went? Like
Yeah,
how
like-
did I spend that? But if you have the budget, like a visual thing, like you will know.
You can see
And
it.
yeah, you will know that it was not just being used to DoorDash and skip the dishes.
Ouch. Oops.
That hits deep right there.
like she said straight to DoorDash. I'm like,
I know.
oh,
It's funny. You just go to your door pass. You're like
Me and Dad are like,
savings
yo.
this much money, but you're actually not saving.
no,
You know
kid, that's
why?
true though. Like, it's crazy the psychological thing behind like a lot of companies that say they're giving a deal, right? Like DoorDash, for example, or like one great example is Uber Eats. Like when Uber Eats, they emailed me one time, 75%
Yes,
off
yeah.
your next meal. I'm like, yo, 75% off. Amazing. So I go on Uber Eats. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's get this. I'm ordering Popeyes. The meal itself would have been like $20 or whatever, right? And then 75% off, right? And then I look at it and there's like 50 different fees. Like the end amount that I had to pay with the 75% off was more than the original meal. Like 22, it was like 22 something. And I'm like, what happened to the 75%? Right? So they kind of trick you. They add it in first and then they add on like all the extra stuff.
Yes.
And then they'll have this feature, I think it's on DoorDash, where they tell you how much you save.
I think it's both on.
And they do Uber Eats too.
And
And
Uber
it's
Eats too,
so
yeah.
deceiving because they're like, oh, you saved this much. And you're like, wow. But you actually spent way more just from like the extra fees and stuff.
They have their own way of
Yeah.
hiding some fees. Yeah, even that one, we talk about that. Like, I'm so OC with my finances that I even try to order in DoorDash
Yeah.
and skip the dishes, and I will.
You
see.
compare it?
Compare, yeah. A lot of people do that. Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah,
experiment.
sometimes it's like $5 different.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Really?
sometimes skip
Skipping
is
one.
better, or sometimes it's the DoorDash. So I always do that. I will if I have to order, I always do that. So
I should start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only use DoorDash, so
Yeah,
I stopped
skip
using
it.
Uber Eats after that. Popeyes
But
thing.
Uber Eats prices are a lot more expensive
They're a little
than
bit crazy,
DoorDash.
Yeah.
If like you compare,
And skip
yes,
too.
yes,
Very expensive.
you gotta look at the restaurants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Food delivery in general is just insane though, because you're paying for convenience, right?
Right, and you gotta
That's
pay the
it.
tip too,
Oh yeah.
and then you gotta pay the driver tip, and
Yeah.
it's like adds on until you see it. You're like, you're paying like $60 for a meal, and you're just like,
That's
whoa.
true.
it's already a grocery for like 3 days. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's true. Yeah. So actually, commercial. Wow, commercial. We said that
Yeah.
she is a worship leader, right?
Yeah.
So worship leader, ate. Do you do the small worship or the big worship?
like that.
You guys
I
saw
love
on your
that video.
Facebook. Do you do do you lead the big one or the small one, diba?
Big
You
one.
gotta tell that story real quick.
Yeah, she was saying that, and then Savina. So she was saying like small worship and big worship. I didn't get it the first time, and then she was like, "Mommy, look at me. This is the small worship. This is the big worship."
Oh.
Okay.
So cute.
Yeah. Okay, so we want the big worship.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yes, amen.
Yeah. Okay. Back to our feature presentation.
Quick side commercial.
Yeah, that's a commercial there. So there's so much craze about what do you call this? Investing nowadays. Even we talked about last time. Like even high school students are
Yeah,
starting to
yeah.
invest, right? So what is your opinion on that, and what can you warn us or be careful of, and upon that situation, that topic?
Yeah, it's good to see that the young adults or even the high school is already into investment, because it means they are willing, or they are now wanting to take control on their finances. And I know millennials, and I'm still part of the millennial.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, are going crazy with cryptocurrencies, and even young adults are also into real estate.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good to
Yeah,
see that. It's nice, but we need to be very careful, especially if it's our hard and earned money.
Yeah.
Like, not all investment is good for everyone. Like, there are, maybe it will boil down. I don't want. I hope I will not sound so technical. Like, it will your investing will boil down on your risk tolerance. Like, how much risk are you willing to accept? Like, are you? There's three kind of people when it comes to investing. There's like the risk seeking, like people that just love risk. Okay, it's not guaranteed that I will get this return, but okay, I will invest to that. And there's some people that risk neutral. They will see what are the advantages and the disadvantages. And there's some people that's risk averse. I'm one of them. Like, I
Yeah.
don't like risk at all. So if the return is small but it's guaranteed, I will go for that. If the one example is the savings. Like, you will only get a little interest on that savings, but it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some people would love that. But there's some people that really love to go to the crypto, to the GICs, to the bonds, like, because the returns are high, so I want that. So it really depends on your tolerance. So, but what to be careful for is those promises that it will have a high return with a very low risk. There's no such thing as that. Like it should be interrelated. The higher the return, the higher the risk. So if it's that like if it's they will say, okay, you will get a guaranteed 100% return on your investment and then no risk at all, then that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Avoid at all cost. Yeah.
I have to ask, like, what are your honest thoughts on cryptocurrency?
It's actually good. I have an
Really? Ooh.
but you have to be careful, like where to put your wallet. Like, if it's
Yeah.
a good, it's a, and do not put your investment in just one area. Like,
have to
just
spread
put
it out.
your life savings, put it that.
Yeah.
You have to diversify your portfolio. Like, put something in the bonds, in the stocks, or in the crypto, and then for especially if it's your RRSP, don't put it in the risky. Cryptocurrency is very risky. Like like to be honest, like when I put one, like it doubled, and then of course you will come greedy. Like, okay, just leave it there, and then
just keep it going.
and then all of a sudden it went down and it's gone.
Oh, yeah.
So now my mantra is like, okay, I will put, for example, this is just I'm just putting an amount, like if you will put $200 and it will double.
Yeah.
Take the $200. So just leave the increase, and then if it's gone, then you're still okay.
Yeah,
You already got the capital.
Yeah,
So So something like that. So now I just put it there. I already took my capital. So whatever happened to the currency,
money you don't care if it
I don't
disappears,
care
yeah.
if it will be gone or not. But it's good if it will make money.
Yeah, if it doubles again, then
Yeah.
like it's been on a crazy crash recently, eh?
Yes, yeah.
Scary.
Like, yeah, it is. Like it's not good. So I think the best one right now is the Ethereum. So
Yeah.
not the Bitcoin.
Do you have any do you know about the NFTs and stuff like that? NFTs?
No, I have the two the
Just the
Bitcoin and
main
the Ethereum,
ones,
the
yeah.
main ones. I don't go.
There's
to
a
the
lot
other
now,
ones.
though.
Yeah. My brother Don is good at that. Yeah, he.
Might have to connect with him. Is he coming to Canada again sometime?
I think so.
Yeah? All right. There's a podcast seat for you, Kuidon. Okay.
He's good in the mental health side. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, we got to close this out because we're running out of time. But one last question for you. As hyphens and as followers of Jesus, how should we approach this topic of finances? I know there's the way of, in the technical side, I know, and then the way that you approach it as far as your career and your work. But as believers, in the way that we handle money and the way that we give, how should we approach that?
Financial literacy is very important, and of course, I will leave it to you to teach the Bible side of it. But of course, in the Bible, Matthew 25, verse 14, it talks about good stewardship. So it's very important that we are responsible with our own finances because we don't want to be called a wicked and lazy servant. It was,
Absolutely.
it was given to us, so we have to be a good steward. And at the end of the day, we will hear that we are a good and faithful servant with what was given to us. So, tools about financial education is readily available online, and even banks they offer free consultation if you have question about your banking, like basic concepts on savings, debt management. That is the most important thing because that's the problem of young adults these days. Debt accumulation, and also the investing part. So just basic concept on that one is what we need to be able to manage our finances confidently.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, right? Like, I think understanding, and I think as much as we should learn about the biblical aspects of what we need to do in our responsibility, we have about the same level of obligation to learn how to manage our money in the just the literacy, like you said, like how we should be, take care of what we're given, and that's kind of like a general principle too, I would say, right? In everything that you've been given, to be good stewards we can talk about all kinds of stuff, like our bodies, our like mother nature and stuff like that. We can go into all kinds of deep stuff, but I think with this topic of finances it's very key. And I'm still learning a lot, like, and that's why I was really excited about this episode, because like I think everyone at one point should sit down with an expert just to learn about how things work, right? And be responsible enough to take that information and apply it for yourself. Like, I don't know, I'm gonna bug you about that Excel sheet.
It's very easy.
Right now I'm just using Apple Notes. So I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to add on that note?
I just have maybe like a question.
Yeah.
I guess for me, like, I'm learning how to do a lot of budgeting stuff, especially even for the hyphen committee and stuff. Just asking if you have any like tips or like any tricks, up not revealing your secrets and stuff, but like somebody that's just learning about budgeting, maybe some few pointers that you would give advice to.
Yeah, if it's an organization, if you mentioned about on hyphens, yeah, just make sure you know where to get the money. Like, do not spend what you don't have.
Right.
Or yeah, because that's even if it's already like you are like 90% sure that you are gonna collect it, you have to make a wiggle room. Like, say, okay, I'm gonna collect $100 and I don't have it yet. So try to just spend at least 70%. So you have a wiggle room just in case you will not collect the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but for personal, like as I have mentioned, we need to have a budget, like a written one, something that we will see and then stick to it. And then make sure that you budget savings. It's part of the budget. Like, it's not save what is left over. Yeah, because if you do that, you cannot do savings, because our tendency is to spend everything and then nothing is left over, so nothing goes to savings. So savings should be part of the budget, and it is still even in the organization. That's every organization. That's what they do. There should be a savings part of the budget. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
We're trying to work that out with hyphen, and I know that we're just relaunching it, so there's a lot of excitement around putting together. Mark's gonna do a great job with that, and of course with Brian leading. Yes. By the way, this episode's gonna be up. Whatever the next hyphen service, join us.
Amen.
But yeah, this is great conversations, honestly.
For sure. Yeah, and spiritual aspect as well, and a quick sharing is just the giving of our tithes. That's for me. That's my number one, like I don't know, testimony or whatever. Like, ever since I started to do tithes, like the blessings of the Lord, the protection of the Lord, that's everything. Because something happened at my work before. I made a covenant with the Lord again, as it was in Scripture. I said, Lord, you gave me this job and all that stuff, and there was something happening at work. I said, I will give my tithes, because before I wasn't giving tithes. I just give whatever's left, or sometimes I forget to give. And when I started that again and follow what the Lord actually asks of us and our own personal conviction, the blessing just came. My job got better and all that stuff. So it's awesome. Of course, when you put the Lord into our finances as well.
I second to that. Like, I have so many personal experiences that I could attest that giving is very important. Like, if you will be faithful to that, everything will follow financially.
That's
Yeah.
really true.
Yeah.
I heard a saying one time. We don't give, we return what belongs to God.
Amen.
Right. And I think that's really what it is. And you mentioned it earlier out there, like all this stuff that we've been given, it's from God, right?
Yes.
God's blessed us with our careers, our finances, the blessings that come materialistically. Like, it's all from God. And so we have to be responsible and faithful enough to manage it and be good stewards, as the scripture that you mentioned out there, like in all those things. So really good. And maybe we'll have a time where we'll share more testimonies.
For sure. Yeah, that's a good
Testimony episode.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you, Lord.
Anyways,
yeah, thank you so much, Sister Renda at the Renda.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, follow Renda Inspiration.
Yes, follow
Follow me on Instagram.
I didn't even know she was Instagram. I know, so I just followed her a while ago. Yeah, 20 point something K followers.
We'll put the
joke.
link in the description.
Yeah, link
give
in
a follow.
the
Thank you.
yeah.
Support me.
Yeah,
She has
we'll get
some-
you the blue
check mark?
The blue
Yeah,
check
check
mark.
mark.
Verified.
Yeah.
She gives
amen.
sometimes good codes for like deals and stuff.
And
too.
she has giveaways too, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh wow.
When's the Coke Zero sponsorship coming?
I hope. Like,
Or is it Pepsi? Pepsi Zero?
Pepsi Zero.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So thank you so much at the Renda. Thank you so much, team, and thank you for those who are viewing right now. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, whatever to bring out the Lord's word through this podcast. We're here in any form of social media and wherever videos are being played. And yeah, thank you so much, and we'll see you again next episode.
Take care, guys.
Let's go.
Take care.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Love
Go.
We might get a copyright check on that one. See you guys in the next one.
Take care.